Hmm. I don't. Yeah. Now we understand how to do it. All right.
Jade,
Perfect.
thank you so much for joining me. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Oh my goodness, I love it. First off, I know you're a Vancouver girl, and that's where I'm originally from, also.
Yeah,
So
I heard you say that. I love that. Where in Vancouver are you from?
I am from like Upper Shaughnessy, Kerrisdale area.
Sick.
How
That's
about
sick. Well, I'm actually born in like a whole different city, but I just say I'm from Vancouver, you know?
God?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Hey, we love it. I love it. Vancouver girlies all the way. But Jade, I want to dive in here for the viewers that are watching. You're an 18-year-old singer-songwriter, Vancouver, Canada. Tell us a little bit about how you started your music career.
I've been singing my whole life. It's something I've always been very interested in, and I was featured on a couple EDM songs in grade eight. Um, so that was kind of the beginning of when I really realized I can actually be in this industry and it and not just be a dream. But it wasn't till I began TikTok and posting some covers and stuff where I got some messages and people from the music industry actually reached out, and I ended up meeting, my team, my producer and everything, and we produced a song and was able to finally release it in 2021. So, yeah.
So you said you started on EDM songs in grade eight. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So young, grade eight. So how did that come to be? Were you just friends of people that were doing some songs, or tell us about that?
Yeah, my dad actually had some connections. His friends were some artists and they just played a song and I just started singing over it and they're like, I really like that. So we ended up recording it. And then the other guy, it was just another connection through my dad. So it was really because of him. And I just got the opportunities. I was never really into EDM, but I thought it was a good opportunity to get my name out there and just have a little taste of the industry. And it worked out. So, yeah.
That's incredible. And you, along with so many new emerging artists, are using social media to try and get their voices out there and try and be seen. And like it's done amazing for you. I mean, you have all these or TikTok followers now. You're over 1 million. So, did you ever think you would be here? I mean, it's the dream, but when you started posting covers, did you ever think, wow, this is where you are now?
No, not at all. I wasn't expecting this at all, to be honest. I never pictured myself as being a very big social media person, but once I started, I took the opportunity because I knew it was just a great way to get into the industry and everything like that. But it came as a surprise for sure.
That's incredible. And I also want to congratulate you because just on October 28th, you released your first official release with your new record label, Artista. Am I saying it right?
I think it's
Artista?
Arista. I say
Arista.
Arista
Okay.
personally. Yeah.
We'll go with Arista. You probably know way better than I, but you dropped your single, Meet You in Hell. I was just playing it. The music video is beyond amazing. So I
Yeah.
want to talk about the song. Tell us about the inspiration for Meet You in Hell.
Meet You in Hell. I came up with the title honestly and I thought it was so badass, and it's I use my imagination to picture a whole story in my head, and it's kind of just about karma and being in one of those toxic relationships and being sick of getting hurt and then just kind of getting your revenge, giving them a taste of their own medicine. So that's
Right.
what I imagined in my brain and then kind of just wrote from a character's perspective, and then yeah.
And I mean, this music video, let's talk about that because it is so cool. How much fun was this to film?
The music video was so much fun to film, honestly. It was the first video where I had like multiple sets and different outfits and just the wardrobe and the colorways and the sets. Everything was just so much fun to film and it turned out great.
So, with the song Meet You in Hell, Jade, what is one of the biggest things that you want to translate in the music video for your fans and the viewers?
I really the thing that I wanted to come across a lot was the kind of psycho aspect to it. I was on the really like badass kind of vibe while writing the song, and my recent song before that, Aim to Kill as well. They're kind of I saw somebody once say they were kind of like sisters because they were just kind of like psychotic in a way, and I really wanted that to come across in the video. And yeah.
So, looking at your new single, Meet You in Hell, if there was one or two words, okay, I may give you two if it's good, how would you describe this?
Whew, that's a hard question. I think I don't the first thing that just comes in is psychotic, to be honest. I don't know why, because I just put myself in that mindset while writing it. It in my head it was just like a crazy psycho writing it, like Meet You in Hell.
It's so funny because you say psychotic, and then I look at my computer screen and I had paused it right at the part where you're in the red latex and there's a little doll that's staring me directly in the
That's what
eye.
I'm saying. Yeah, no, that doll wasn't even supposed to be in the video, but I found it while we were on set, just in the building, and I was like, I need to have that right beside me while filming at some point because I just thought it was so crazy.
Such an amazing music video already. It's almost 12 days out, 192,000 views. And, when you look at these big numbers, you look at your past songs and you have over 30 million streams and counting on your music, okay? And now this single is a new addition to those numbers. So when you hear that number, 30 million streams, I mean, do you believe it? Because a lot of it has been over social media, and you haven't been able to meet your fans and really interact, you know what I mean? But now that our world's opening back up, you'll be able to perform and actually have the chance to have those social interactions. So hearing 30 million streams, does that just blow you away? Can you believe it?
It does. It's honestly crazy. I was very lucky with how everything came about, and it's unbelievable, but at the same time, it also pushes me to want to get more and do better, to be honest. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, this is just a start. And also, you were actually named by GLAAD one of their 20 under 20 LGBTQ change makers of 2022. So tell us about that when you got noticed for this and how important it is for you to actually be named this and actually see that you're making a difference.
Yeah, it was honestly such an honor. When I got that message, I was ecstatic. It was one of those things where it's like, wow, I can really make a difference here, because
Yeah.
I've always been so open about being part of the LGBTQ community, and it was one of those things where growing up I didn't have many like people to look up to, and to understand myself and to realize it's okay and normal and stuff. So I always knew that I wanted to be open and proud and let people know that it was okay, and be the person that I didn't have. As cheesy as it sounds, but it's true.
No, it's 100% true. So, what's your best advice for those watching that, may be struggling and may not think that there's someone there to help them or just give them advice or navigate through some of their problems? And like you said, find that person that you were missing when you were younger.
Yeah, I really think it's like all about just taking your time and accepting yourself. It's one of those things where, coming out has always been super hard, and the world has made it a big thing when really I think it should just be normalized, and it's really hard to accept.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to accept at first for some people, and you also want to make sure that like you have people around you that are supportive, and you're always safe because I was very lucky with my experience. My family was super accepting, and I was always very safe, but not everybody has that luxury. So
For
I
sure.
just, yeah, yeah.
It's great that you acknowledge that. And, that's amazing that at 18 years old that you are being acknowledged for making a change and also, being able to be there for people. So that being said, 18 years old now, you're just at the start of your career, so much to come for you. So what is next? What should we be staying tuned for? New music, performances, touring? Tell us what we can be expecting.
There is definitely new music coming. Very excited for that. I'm I mean, I'm currently in LA right now, so there's some things going on. I'm very excited for what's to come. There's a lot to come, and I've got big plans for the future. So
Well, you guys, make sure you guys are following Jade on TikTok. Jade, where can we find you on Instagram?
Jade Lemac, same thing. Yeah.
Jade Lemac, guys, go follow her. Go tune in to Meet You in Hell. You will not want to miss this. But Jade, before I let you go, enjoy one sunny day in LA because the weather's been horrible. I don't know if you brought the rain from Vancouver or what,
I think I
but
did.
but you know what? Let's get into some fan asked questions. So, your fans asked, as a Canadian artist, Jade, and I love this question and I'm intrigued by it. As a Canadian artist, do you find it harder to break into the industry if you were American? So, do you find it a bit harder as a Canadian?
I think it definitely is. I don't know if harder is the word, but I think it's definitely different situations. 100%. Like also just being Canadian and still living in Canada, it's just harder to find people in the entertainment industry in general, like all my TikTok friends and stuff, like a lot of them live in America and there's not many people in Canada, and if there are, they're usually in Toronto. So I
Right.
think definitely a little bit more difficult, but it's I mean, nothing's impossible,
I
so
your attitude. And that being said, your second fan asked question, your fans want to know, do you have any plans on moving to the US for your singing career?
I mean, it's always been a dream. My mom and I always talked about moving to California one day, so I definitely would not be surprised. But right now, it's not looking like it, but at some point, I think I definitely will.
Exactly. And hey, this is just the beginning. You have so much time to do that, you know?
Exactly.
All right, let's get into your third ask question. But your fans want to know for your third fan ask question, if you weren't a singer, what would you be doing?
Probably nothing. Maybe acting. I really want to get into acting, but when I tell you singing has been the only thing I ever thought I was going to do, it's really been the only thing.
So,
So
at what do you remember? Was it like, were you three, four? When did you just remember just having this love for music or actually like holding a microphone and performing?
it's always been there. I would go to sleep dreaming about performing. It's always
Wow.
just yeah, it's always been a dream. But I think I was 8 years old when Santa Claus got me my first microphone and piano and stuff. And ever since then I was like, this is definitely it.
That's pretty surreal that you're truly living out your dreams.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you're really very lucky. So I'm excited to see what you do with your career. But last question, your fans want to know, any plans on performing live on a stage? Do you have anything planned yet?
I There's nothing planned yet, but it's definitely going to be happening soon. I'm working on it, and yeah, I'm very excited to do so because it's it's just another part of the job that I've always been very excited about.
So that being said, what we have to do from now is make sure we're subscribing to her on YouTube, going to follow Jade Lemac on Instagram. Make sure you guys give her a TikTok follow. Jade, you are incredible. I really, really, I'm not just saying this. I really love your song Meet You in Hell. And I am always down to support another Canadian artist in the industry. So thank you so much for being here and getting to know you a bit more. This is awesome. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
Awesome. And hopefully, next time, if you ever are performing in LA or do anything in person, we would love to come out and support.
100%. That'd be great.
So nice to meet you. Enjoy your trip to LA. And everyone here, make sure you guys are streaming Meet You in Hell. Jade Lemac, thank you